This is how we're going to teach Leave It. We will start by placing a treat in our hand and placing our hand on the floor. Then we are going to wait for him to back off completely and give us full eye contact. He will eventually get frustrated and back off. Make sure you can open up your hand and let him see the treat again without him going for it. When he does, we click and give him a new treat separate from the one in our hand. It is important to prevent him from ever getting the treat we are guarding. After several successes, we will then begin setting the treat down on the ground while being ready to block it with our hand. The instant he gives eye contact, click and reward, remembering to give a separate treat from the one we are blocking. Just keep blocking that treat and he will eventually find it too frustrating to attempt. I give him more treats than the amount I'm blocking. For instance, I give him 10 when I'm blocking 2. This will teach him that it's more beneficial to control his impulse to go for the 2 when he'll be getting 10 in a moment. And we want to make sure we wait for him to look us all the way in the eyes before we click and reward. Once he picks up on the pattern and decides it's not worth the try anymore, we can put down several treats to really entice him. We want to have many successes on this step to ensure he truly understands that he will not physically be able to get to the treats we are guarding and he will be rewarded if he waits. We can then literally take the next step and stand up. This will be more difficult for him. We then carefully place a treat down as to not have it bounce too close to him while being ready to block it with our foot. If he goes towards it, we block it, and if he gives eye contact, we click and reward. Again, if he doesn't gesture towards the treat, just keep setting them down until he does. Once you're skilled at blocking it with your foot, and he's not going towards it as much, we can start dropping the treat down on the ground. He's figured out the pattern at this point, so when he finally goes towards the treat, we can say leave it. Clicking and rewarding when he responds with eye contact. Really solidly associate the command leave it with him checking in with you by repeating the process of rewarding for eye contact when the leave it command is given many times. Remembering to never let him have the treat we are guarding. If it were anything hazardous, like say a pill, we don't want him to think that he can go for the treat after he's given eye contact. We might have some failures, but the more we minimize them, the faster he will learn. Once you can reliably block the treat with your foot, you can slowly toss the treats closer to him to make it more difficult. We'll then find he's happy to give eye contact when he hears the leave it command, and will stop in his tracks to do so. When he understands what we want from him, he might only glance at the treat. At this point, when we say leave it for a glance, he is still learning effectively. If we've done enough repetitions, we will find we can roll the treat all the way to his foot, and he will still control his impulse.
Leave it. Yes, good boy.
This command will be used day to day when he's going towards something. There's a separate command for when he already has something. The leave it command is a great foundational tool to help manage unwanted behaviors and set boundaries for our dogs.
Leave it. Yes, good boy. Good job. Leave it. Good boy, yes.